The pictures tell the story. This life had many shades. I'd wake up every morning and before I'd start each day, I'd take a drag from last night's cigarette that smoldered in its tray. Down a little something, then be on my way.
And DJ promptly drops out. Hey, he's like, "Nah, screw these guys."
Yeah,
I forgot who this crew was. But hey, welcome back. This is David with the Whiskey Rebellion. Got our crew of regulars back tonight after a couple of weeks off. Very excited to see everyone again. Hope everyone had a great holiday. I want to start by you talking about what we're drinking tonight, and then we'll get into some conversation. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan.
Cool.
One other thing though, first, Happy New Year to everybody out there watching. Happy New Year to you guys. And again, fellas, let's keep in prayer this young man for the Buffalo Bills, still in the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching that game live and it made me sick. I actually lost some sleep over that. Mm-hmm. So let's keep that young man in our prayers. He's doing better. He's communicating through writing, and he has all brain function. That was the one thing that I was worried about because they were very tight-lipped about his condition. But his brain function is good, and he still got some forest to get through. But let's just keep him in our prayers, fellas.
Yeah, that young boy he's a Pittsburgh boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, McKee's Rocks from what I heard.
Rocks, man from the rocks, as we call it here.
That's cool. Yeah, I've got some of my extended family actually lives out there. When I heard about that, I was like, I immediately like this guy more. But that's how Pittsburgh is with people. You find some connection, and automatically you like him better. Yeah, I heard the guy that he woke up and like you said, he's communicating, doing all right. I heard one of the first things he asked was who won.
Yeah. And the doctors told him, yeah, you won the game of life, which is a very, very true statement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I know a lot of you guys, some of you guys are not fans of the NFL, but I was actually very glad that one, they decided that game is just not going to ever happen. And two, the NFL did not tell the teams they have 5 minutes to warm up. That did not happen. That was somebody else speaking.
Huh. Good to know. Good to know. The only other point I want to make about that, and I've heard about this in some other groups, in my fantasy league, the final outcome was affected by this injury, and so the two top players in my league, guys that probably don't even watch the show, they decided to split the winnings instead of letting that loss affect the total outcome, which I thought was really cool and really decent of the guy who would have otherwise come in first. So want to shout, and I understand a lot of people doing their fantasy leagues kind of broke it down that way too. If either team had him in their lineup. So very, very kudos to all the people showing class about that. So
yeah, absolutely.
But
who's going first?
I'll go first because I'm already running my mouth.
Okay.
I am drinking tonight Blue Note Juke Joint whiskey.
Nice.
You guys here all know Blue Note. I've had this on here before. This is an uncut, unfiltered, 123.3 proof. So it's not, and if you told me this was 100 proof, I would believe you. It goes down pretty easy. Yeah. Enjoying it. Who's next? Who we got here? Billy, what you got in your hand, sir?
This is something that was gifted to me and the wife, and I poured it in my tea tonight. I would never pour. Listen, it's a good pour, but I think this is the kind of thing that you use to pour in your tea or your coffee. I'm not going to pour Remus in my tea or my coffee. It's got a nice mouthfeel to it. It's not hot at all. Good pour, easy on the pocket. So if somebody was looking to get into something and didn't know where to start, and you were standing inside Total Wines, this would be a good place to start for you. So that's
just
what I'm
remember,
having.
Billy, you're not going to get any, noise from us. You can drink that thing any way you want to, even that Remus. You can pour Diet Coke in it for all we care.
Oh no, I'm going to say some shit about it.
Please don't pour Diet Coke in the Remus.
I get upset anyway. Okay.
And I know. Listen, and I'm a big fan of it's your stuff. You drink it the way you want. But for me, I really I can truly say the Remus is probably, it's definitely in my top 5. It might even be in my top 3. So for me, and it's kind of crazy because Blanton's is not even in my top 3. But you know, I really, really enjoy it, and even more so when it came from the Godfather himself. So you know, if I'm working on recipes or you know working on something, you know, coming down the pipeline, I like to sit there and have a drink with it. So I like to drink it neat by itself to get the full flavor of it.
And John Baker says, "Pour it into Yoo-hoo." Why are we not shocked by that comment?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, I guess at least we're pouring something.
Hey,
it's an opportunity to mention Clear Ice, though. That's coming. Don't worry.
Well, ice. You know, I'll go ahead and jump in.
Yeah.
As you guys know, you see me. I like mine chilled. That's the way I enjoy bourbon. I'll have it neat when it's something brand new that I'm trying for the very first time, just to see what this is about. But you know, tonight I'm having Old Ezra number 7 for the 7-year-old Ezra.
Nice.
I was having a serious debate right up until about 5 minutes before I logged in what the heck I was going to drink tonight. DJ, who's been in and out, he put up there and said rye, and I'm like, sounds good to me. So that's what we're drinking, and drink it how you like it, but please don't abuse the Remus like that. No, that's no Diet Coke and Remus. I'm sorry, no.
It's not only an abuse of Remus, I think it's a slight abuse of the friendship. So no, I
would have to agree with that assessment for sure.
I like you guys too much to do that, so it's okay.
Very nice. Rob, what you got there?
I am drinking a little. This is something I picked up in Indiana. It's called William Dalton.
Nice.
It's a 4-year, 100 proof. It's not bottled in bond, but might as well be. It is double barreled, so it's got a really good oak flavor pouring through on it, but not overly oaky. So it's very, very nice.
Good.
Get back and I'll probably pick up another bottle on them in Indiana next week.
What do those go for? I don't know if I've seen that before.
This was $49, $49.99.
Cool. That's in striking distance. Chuck, sir, what you got there?
Tonight I just poured a 1792 12-year.
Nice.
Boom.
Love
good
that
stuff.
1792.
I try to keep as much of this stuff as I can on hand because it only comes out once a year, and you have to, know where to get it. If you know the ins and outs of how to get this stuff, it's worth the pot. It's worth the purchase at $69.99, if not cheaper than that. Sometimes it's $59.99, just depending upon where you go and who you know.
That doesn't sound awful for what you're getting.
No,
not for a 12-year, especially a 12-year. I mean, you look at 12-year stuff anymore. You look at some 4-year-old stuff anymore, and you just go, "You're charging that much for 4 years?
Yeah.
Seriously?"
Yeah.
I mean, you get this stuff for say $69.99, even if you got it for $79.99. But you look at some of the other products that are 12-year, like Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. That's a 12-year. I mean, that's a steal for what they're charging for it.
$69.99.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you get a lot of these other products out there that are 2, 3 year, 4 year. They put a little sticker on them, a little wax, and great story behind it, and they're off to the races at $100.
For sure.
And any of the Belvinis that you look at is going to be from $80 and up. So yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think the only Belvinis I've seen recently is 12 and 14. So, and the 14 is just a tick over 100. And I think the 12 is right around $80. So absolutely.
Yeah.
And those prices have gone up by about $20.
$20 across
maybe
the board.
About 2 years ago, something like that.
Hell, even the Heaven Hill bottle and bonded 7-year is $50 now.
Yeah.
It used to be $35 all day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I paid 50 for it when I saw it in Atlanta. I picked the bottle up in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Baker makes a good point. Expensive crap is sourced. Oftentimes it is. That is true. And
Yep.
Mr. Lewis, Papa Lou says, Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
Thank
sir.
you,
Happy New Year, Papa
Happy,
Lou.
Happy New Year to you too.
Drink to that.
So you guys saw the picture I posted. This place I was at last night.
Mm-hmm.
They had this, huge whiskey and bourbon collection.
Yeah, like
They had a
library.
Heaven Hill,
Mm-hmm.
27-year-old bourbon on their shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Just for shits and giggles, I asked, "How much for a pour?" Yeah, that's pretty much what she did. The bartender did when I asked her. She goes, $4.75 a pour.
That's probably
It was-
1 ounce, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Think about that.
Man.
Listen, 7 years sounds good to me.
You know what? Exactly.
I could buy 7 of them bottles for that pour.
You know?
It was a cool place. They had some great old whiskeys. They had a lot of the Four Roses limited release stuff that was out.
Ooh.
They had the full line of Weller, they had CYPB, they had Foolproof 12-year.
Oh,
They get 2 allocations a year to their collection. So
How was the food?
the food was good. I had it was a barbecue joint, so I did a 3-meat plate, and the best thing on the plate was they had a Texas cheddar link sausage, smoked sausage link. That was really good. Their brisket was okay. The smoked turkey was good.
Mm-hmm.
The brisket was not Cafe 305. That's all I'll say.
I saw a little proud smile hit the corner of your mouth. When you said the biscuit's okay.
Last weekend was the thing, because I thought I did amazing with my tri-tip, man. I had a nice smoke ring and stuff in it. I thought, yeah, I got it down. This is good. Yeah. It wasn't posted for like 15 minutes, and Billy comes in there and goes, bam. Yep. Not worthy, man.
That's funny. That is hilarious.
Oh man, that's okay though. I'm gonna put Miami on the map when it comes to barbecue. Just give me 2 more years. It's gonna be there. Trust me.
Hey,
All right,
that stuff
that's
looked
right.
good.
We
man.
know
It's
it
like,
will.
You're well on your way.
Grow, sir.
Yeah.
I just wish I was closer so I could sample that stuff firsthand. That's all.
Oh, listen. So since I can ship out brisket, I had made a brisket last month, cooled it, cryovac it, threw it in my refrigerator, never froze it whatsoever. I pulled it out. I heated some of it up because I came up with an instruction list. So when I send out my brisket and ribs, this is going to come in a pack.
Cool.
So I decided I'm going to follow my own instructions to reheat it. So I did so, and I called my next door neighbors over. I said, hey, here's some brisket. Just try it and tell me what you think. Of course, they devoured it. I talked to them a couple hours later. I said, hey, listen, how would you feel if I told you that brisket was like a month old? And they were like, there's no way. I was like, yeah, it's a month old. So it was just kind of a trial and error, really just to see what it tastes like. But I wanted to hear it from somebody else,
For sure.
And cryovacking it is what.
Yeah.
That's what's saving you.
Oh yeah,
But once you don't get air getting to it, you'll be all right.
Yeah, the vacuum sealing.
Listen, it's a game changer, but it's like I can critique myself, but when I have somebody try my sauce, my briskets, or my ribs, the first thing I tell them, listen, break my heart if you have to, because I need to know where I need to fix something, Yeah. And it's not about protecting my feelings. I don't want you to do that. That's not going to help me move forward. If it sucks, tell me. At least I know where I can go from that point forward,
For sure.
So
And you're never going to please everybody either. And people's
No,
palates
no,
are
no.
different. It's just same as
No.
whiskey or anything else, right?
no,
So-
absolutely, and I fully understand that. And you know, people will have their reasons not to like your product, maybe because they just don't like you. You know, they don't like where you're from. I mean, listen, it's gonna be hell trying to put South Florida, much less Miami, on the map when it comes to barbecue. This is just not a place where you say, "Ooh, I'm going all the way to Miami for barbecue." Now, if you was saying, you know, I'm going to see South Beach, or you know, I'm going to
Yeah.
get one of those Miami mojitos. Yeah, okay, cool. But barbecue? No, you're talking like St. Louis, you're talking Texas,
Memphis.
you know,
Memphis,
yeah,
sure.
Memphis. You know, when you really want pizza, do you think
The
California?
Carolinas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
Carolina.
think you're talking about New York and Chicago, you know,
Right.
For sure.
who really goes to, you know, LA for Philly? No, if you really want an authentic Philly, you know
You
what
go
you
to
have to
Philly.
do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna be hell, but I think I can get it done though.
I think you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you
Yeah.
can.
Keep pushing, man.
You've got a
This
killer
stuff is
product.
excellent.
It's just about growing, you know.
You know, yeah, not to pump your ego anymore, but you know, the stuff that I've tried, and you know, I don't bullshit. I don't beat around the bush. I mean, that stuff's good. I would tell you if it's not, and I have told you, hey, what about doing this? What about doing that? You know,
And I appreciate
But-
it. That's the
and-
feedback
and-
I need.
the stuff is good stuff. That's why why the hell do I keep spending money on it if it's not good stuff?
Listen,
You know?
y'all, Gino just have his shit come direct deposit to my account. I ain't gonna even.
Pretty much.
It's a portion of your
I got-
salary. Just
It's on the hotline over here on the other monitor right here. Cafe 305 reorder. Bam.
We're on auto renew for
Yeah,
subscription box or
exactly.
something.
I'm waiting for the subscription service. That's what I'm waiting for.
No, but again, for us guys, when you guys order, just let me know because Chuck got it now. Gino gets it.
Oh,
Holy shit,
Look at
it's
that
Mal.
What's up,
shit.
Mal?
Look at that ghost. Jesus Christ.
look at that beard,
Yeah,
man.
buddy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it going.
Looking quite mingy there.
There he is.
How the fuck are we, dudes?
Oh,
We're better now.
Yes,
much
sir.
better now, man.
Oh,
Okay.
stop it.
That
everyone?
is
How
some
is everyone?
serious beard growth going, my brother.
He's
Yeah.
working it, man.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm just being for a shit. How's everyone, dudes?
Doing
Good, good.
fantastic.
Doing
Good,
great,
man.
man.
How
How you been?
Everybody is looking spectacularly well. All the very best here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir.
Same to
Welcome
you
to
too, sir.
2023 from the UK to the US.
Cheers.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Lots of love. I thought I'd join you before I went back to work next week. So, yeah.
We appreciate
All
it.
right.
Nice
How's
to
work
see you
going?
face. How you doing? How's everything over there, man? Good?
Yeah. All good considering. I'm not going to bother you with all of the troubles and all the bother and all the shit that's going on. Yeah, all good. We'll do everything else privately.
Okay, listen, the bar's still
Bar's
standing,
going to
so-
stay open.
And that was one of the things. Yeah, I meant to message you about that. Some of you guys that are on my Instagram have seen me through the month of December with the Advent calendar. My son bought me the whiskey Advent calendar,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it was very Scotch heavy. And I'm like, you know, he came in for Christmas. I'm like, what's up with that? You know, I'm not a big. Well, we got it from the UK, so it's like, Mal,
Yeah.
you got to talk to the people over there. They got to brew something other than Scotch.
Dude, I saw there was a couple of English whiskies that you had there.
And I
was like,
enjoyed the hell out of those. I mean, they were great.
Really?
I
Why
enjoyed them.
why do you think I drink fucking bourbon, dude?
He said, really?
But they got to
I don't
step
drink
up their
that
game,
shit.
man. It was like Scotch.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No, there's some pretty good stuff being distilled over here. To be totally honest with you, at the minute, personally, I'm still a fan of the bourbon, the rye, all that sort of stuff. But I've had some pretty good stuff, I have to admit. It's it's each to their own. Each to their own is all I'm going to say. Taste is subjective, as we always say on this call, on this show. It all depends on what you prefer, what you like. Me personally, being over here and preferring the guys that, you know, the stuff that you do over there. There's a lot of you guys over there that prefer the stuff that over here, but blah blah blah. It's all what we like.
For sure.
What can I say?
What are you drinking tonight, there, sir?
I have got a bottle of Corona and I've got a glass of shit. Where is it? It's gone. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
There you go. There you go.
Very nice.
And a bottle of Corona to go with it.
What are you smoking?
I'm just about to light up my third stick of the evening, which is a nub. The Nub, Connecticut.
Oh, you bastard!
That's a good smoke.
My first stick was a Room 101 Big Payback, Connecticut. And then I had what the fuck did I have for my second stick? I can't remember now. It was a Shashi Bobby Blackface. No, it wasn't. Sorry, was it? Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it was. And I've been in the house and chilled out, and I've come back out with a nub. Just for this
go. There you go.
There you go, man. Very cool. Very cool. Well, it's good to see you, man. It's been far too long. Well, we understand schedules and things like that, but it's good.
It's been a ridiculous amount of time. It really has, and yeah, I'm devastated. My working hours have changed and all that sort of shit. But I thought, well, whenever I get the opportunity, I'll join you. And I've had the opportunity. I've had the opportunity once or twice, but the show hasn't gone ahead.
Yeah, I saw. I think last week or something you were in. I was out of town.
Oh yeah,
but
I asked, and it wasn't happening. But I thought I'd surprise you guys tonight.
Cool,
awesome,
nice. Very pleased to have you back.
Awesome.
Yes.
And we had DJ back for a little bit, but he was having tech issues where his microphone wasn't working, so he elected to drop out. He is watching though, by the way.
Saw that.
Sends his best wishes for the new year to everybody. What do I want to say? Pleased to announce it, and you guys all in here already know that I proposed to my girlfriend on the 26th. She said yes, and I proceeded to celebrate with a bottle of Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, which is now gone. So myself and my brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chuck, for sending.
I'm assuming it was Janie. I was assuming that was Janie that's drunk that shit. No, honestly, I know I sent you a message, and I sent you a heart and all the rest of it. But honestly, man to man, congratulations, dude.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Very much appreciate.
About fucking time. That's all I'm saying. About fucking time.
That too.
That is not. You are not unique in that sentiment, sir.
I bet. Listen, I'll tell you guys real quick. So me and my wife, we've been together about 10 years, been married. Is going to be, it'll be 4 years this year. And I was in California sitting in the pool, and I had a cigar, my wife and I on the phone, and she says to me, so when are we getting married? Just like that. I was like, as soon as I get back. I mean, just random questions as soon as I get back. So sure shit, I'll never forget it. I came back, and then less than a week later, we went to the courthouse, filed for our license, and we got married less than a month later. So yes.
Nice.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
My wife and I, we've been together, married for going on 34 years.
Jesus Christ.
But started dating her because I seen her walking down the hallway in school. We were sophomores, and it was like, damn. So yeah, we've been dating since our sophomore year in high school.
DAYUM.
Damn.
But yeah, this year will be 34 years we've been married.
Oh shit,
And,
that's incredible, dude.
But we waited till after, high school was done, college was done, and then we got married. But
Nice.
yeah.
Folks don't do sentences that long nowadays, man.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Yeah, it's like
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean that in a negative sense at all. That's incredible. Dude.
That's the that's their problem.
Exactly.
I found mine as a sophomore in high school, man. I've seen that. It's like,
yeah.
But I will say this. Listen, I can tell you for sure they don't make them like that anymore. Not the shit show that goes on nowadays. I think the average marriage now is like 3 years. That's like the average.
I can't wrap I guess I'm too old. I can't wrap my brain around that.
Here's an interesting statistic. 100% of divorces start in marriage.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jack Handy.
You're welcome.
Oh man,
good, a Jack Handy reference. You don't get that every day.
I know. I was like, I am equally pleased, and we also all just dated ourselves by understanding that reference.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm equally horrified that I did not get that reference, even though I cracked that joke. Not a fucking clue.
Yeah, it was a Saturday Night Live bit with Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy, and he would say stuff like that, basically.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like back in the 90s, something like that.
Yeah,
yeah. Because the actor who did him, didn't he die? Didn't his wife kill him or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, in his sleep.
Speaking of marriage.
Yeah.
Hey-o. Gonna do this shit all night.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. Let's get back on topic here.
Yeah, back on topic. How was everyone else's holiday? Is kind of what I wanted to ask.
Me and the wife, we didn't do shit. We stayed away from stupid, out on the streets.
Yeah.
I was just happy to have the wife
go out
home
on amateur
because of
night?
that shit. Yeah, it's crazy. We popped a bottle of Eagle Rare.
Nice.
Had a little toast, had a cigar, and just really stayed away from stupid the whole holiday season. That was
Hell yeah.
I'll drink to that shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pretty much the same, but the wife doesn't drink Eagle Rare, so we had wine, I had whiskey, and we made a little buffet, finger food on the table, and again, as Billy intelligently said, stayed the fuck away from stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice and quiet.
That's
There
it.
you go.
Yep.
Those are the three words that you want to hear. How was your holidays? Nice and quiet.
That's it.
Yep. I pretty much did the same thing. Took vacation from the 15th of December till this week. And the only time I left the house was to pick up my son from the airport and to take him back to the airport to go back and forth to Minneapolis.
Right.
That was it. Other than that, we were homebound and we loved every damn minute of it.
There you go.
Did you fly him out of BWI or out of
Pittsburgh? Yeah.
See,
you got to tell me when you come up that way, because
seriously,
I'm 20 minutes from
the airport. You're not far,
dude. Seriously. Okay, next time I know.
I'm 20.
Most of the time he gets the commuter down into Morgantown, but this time he was flying into Pittsburgh. So yeah, next time I'll know. I'll drop you a message because we were waiting around in the airport for him to arrive. So yeah, we could have hooked up.
Yeah, love to do that
next time.
Yeah, I was very similar, man. Kept it relatively quiet. You know, the wife's friend invited us over for New Year's Eve, which for a couple of hours ended up being okay because I lost power here on New Year's Eve for about 4 hours. It was like 7 o'clock and the power went out, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't get out of going to this stupid party now. So
you with no power, or do I have to, socialize with people?
Yeah, grabbed an unopened bottle of a PA bourbon that I had, a 4-year bourbon that I had, and took it, and me and some guy I met for the first time sat there and drank about half or so of it.
Nice.
You know,
Christmas
as one does.
Christmas is it's not overly active, but with my friends, and if you guys saw my pictures, I may have posted it on Facebook. We do themed Christmases every year.
Yeah.
So this year we did Mad Men. Everybody in there. A couple of us did the 50s style, like bowling casual shirts with hats. The ladies were all dressed up in Jackie O type swag and gear.
Yeah.
It's always fun. We always have a good time with it.
Good.
We've had some great themes, man. We've done Robin Hood. We've done Dead Rock Stars. Yeah, we've done some pretty cool things, and then
that list really expanded, by the way, in the last couple of years. Sorry to be morbid, but I feel like we lost so many musicians in the last couple of years. You have a lot to pick from these days.
Yeah.
Listen, I just want to see Robin tights. That's it.
Yeah.
No, Billy.
No.
Billy, I'll send you some pictures.
Billy, that's your one, Billy. That's the one you get for wearing the
Yeah,
box.
no, Billy. No.
You didn't make it through a whole episode.
You know what?
Love you like a brother,
Robin
there,
Hood.
Rob, but no tights. Bud.
Men in tights.
Billy, I can send you some shit, like,
I went as Friar Tuck, man. I had a big old monk's outfit.
You
That
make
was
a good
it,
Friar
man.
Tuck, actually. That was a solid and pretty safe choice, actually.
Rob's
Yes,
like, I'm
it
staying in
was.
my lane. Fuck this.
Exactly.
Yep. My wife did the same thing. We were looking at some pictures with the gang at the holidays. She's like, she looks at the picture of herself. She goes, I look like Marty Feldman from when he did the whole thing in Young Frankenstein.
Yes.
He had the hood on. She's like, look, I look like Marty
That's
Feldman.
great.
What about you, Chuck? What'd you do for the holiday season, brother?
Well, just hung out for Christmas. Watched the children the girls open up their gifts. Of course, they got the PlayStation 5. I just saw something. Never mind. I'm just trying to get that out of my head right now. We hung out, and I guess it was for amateur night. We went to a friend's house, brought some Cafe 305 steak sauce and some rub, and he had some steaks, some shrimp, salmon. We had a really nice dinner. I bought a couple bottles, Toasted Barrel Elijah Craig, and a Joseph Magnus cigar blend that I had a portion of a bottle left of, and we polished both of them off. And when I went to get up at like 1:30 in the morning, that was it. I couldn't get out of it. I was like seeing, things were spinning by the time. I was just glad the wife was driving,
So you did it correctly. There you go. And you got a driver.
Oh yeah, I had a driver.
That's good.
Always have
Very
a
good.
driver.
Very good.
But we polished both bottles off. I didn't even realize it. I thought, we're just going to have a little bit, have a good time. Yeah, we had a little bit. All right.
Yeah, that's how it happens. That's how it happens. So, yeah, you know that.
Oh yeah.
That boy said it felt like Triple H suck an elbow off the top rope.
The next morning, I'll tell you that much.
That's funny.
My head was pounding the next day.
Nice.
I swore off alcohol for about a day.
It was a good night. So
Yeah,
let me ask you, Chuck, since it's the new year already, what do we have going on in bourbon news for the new year? Anything interesting?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is that the Sazerac, or the deal with Sazerac and the Republic National Distilling Company, they basically, Sazerac has cut ties with them in, I believe, 28 states. So I guess we're going to probably see that roll out into more, because Colorado and Washington State, they broke away from them back in October. It was finalized in October, and they ended up going with smaller, I guess you would say, beer distributors. that were mainly beer distributors, and I think that's what they're really looking for right now is smaller mom and pop type distributors to, do business with. And there's a lot of rumors going around as far as what deals were made with these companies that they hooked up with. But apparently RNDC Republic just didn't work out for them. And they had problems from, right from the beginning, since I guess it was February of 2019 they started with them. And I think it was the end of the year, 2019 or 20, when a lot of problems started arising. And there was a lawsuit I should say an alleged, there were some companies a company was going to sue RNDC, and they weren't happy with their allocations, and it just spiraled from there. And I guess Sazerac wanted to make a move which helped them out, in the long run, of course. And I guess it's going to work out for the smaller distributors as well now.
Yeah, you get into the smaller distributors, you're keeping it, it's helping keep it a bit more localish.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change anything.
And they have.
How is it going to affect international? Though? That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think it's going to affect anything.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, as far as what's going on right now, people are thinking, oh, it's going to make things more available. No, it's not actually.
Yeah.
Anybody who thinks that, just get that out of your head right now, because Buffalo Trace, basically, this is how they run things. They do things for a reason. This is their marketing strategy. They're not going to change that.
Could it be something they're trying to do to make it more rare?
Well, sure.
To make it more rare, and
they're just going to make it harder for you to get. That's all. This isn't going to help anybody.
Yeah. And that was going to be my question. Would this be any benefit to the consumer? But the way you're making it sound,
I would think
none.
Not, yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to have benefits. I have to look into it, a little further in order to figure out what they are. But I think it's going to have some benefits. But I don't think it's going to.
It's going to benefit them rather than
them and the distributor that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
I don't think the end user, the liquor stores are still going to have to fight for their allocations. What is it? The vodkas and the 99 bananas and what have you that they have to buy cases and cases of. And then you, as a consumer, come running in the store, where's the Blantons at? And then go screaming out the door like your hair's on fire because you can't get any. It doesn't work like that. No. Those stores want you to buy something. Go buy a bag of chips. Do something. Don't just walk in, walk out because you can't have your Blantons. I'm sorry if I'm on read here.
No, do it. It's good for people to hear. Legitimately,
is what this is what happens when.
That's what the show is about, though.
People go in there, oh my God, I can't get my, this and that. Look at all the groups.
It's scary.
It's a shit show. And
it's scary.
They want their Blantons, they want their Buffalo Trace, they wanted it $20 or whatever that Buffalo Trace.
100% DJ, by the way.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Buy the store, DJ says buy the store picks.
Yeah,
absolutely. Sure. They get those and they need to move them. And they tend to appreciate customers who come in and are kind of reliable. And I tend to pretty much always enjoy a store pick myself anyway. So, like you're not really going wrong. If it's something that you're generally interested in.
The ones that I can get a hold of, I'll lap them up. The ones that I can get a hold of, but that's few and far between being over here, I mean,
Cool.
It's much more common over here. I don't know if it, obviously having never even been over there to know like what the frequency of that is, but I can go into like
very few and far between. But any that I see, I try and grab. Yeah.
Even the most like dingy liquor stores usually have one stand of store picks of something like it really like anybody's got them now over here.
There's no other liquor store than a dingy liquor store over here, dude. Come on.
So Chuck,
you know what I mean by dingy, though. Like you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. Don't worry about that one. I'm familiar.
So Chuck, let me ask you this: between all the major players, is this more a political play in this kind of arena, or is this like a pissing contest? Like, what's the deal with all this stuff? Because now it seems like with the big distributors, it's a power struggle, I would almost want to say, between the big ones. And I don't know if they really care about the casualty of the consumers.
No, they
meaning
don't care
the
about
higher
casualty at all.
prices and harder to get stuff. What's caused this kind of war between the big distributors?
Sazerac,
Yeah.
the product,
Just-
product of Sazerac,
Okay.
and what they can leverage behind that product.
Bingo.
They can hold ransom, basically hold ransom hostage, all these other products. Oh, you have to buy 30 cases of this garbage, or they'll call it high quality product. And, in order to get one bottle of this, for the opportunity to get one bottle, I should say, doesn't mean you're going to get one, because those salesmen, Sazerac's hiring a bunch of salesmen right now.
It's 40 bottles of bottle of Trace as opposed to one bottle of Blanton's, for example.
Yeah.
That's one of the groups I was reading through a thing, and some guy was making fun of Fireball because he walked into the store and they had a shit ton of Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
And the other guy posted, "Well, it is the number one whiskey in the States." I'm like, it's not. I don't know, but
maybe in his neighborhood.
Yeah.
Number one
If it
whiskey
is,
in the
it's-
world
it's-
is fucking Jack Daniels.
Yeah, but
Yep.
with the younger generation, yeah,
I know they
they
love that
swarm
shit.
to that damn
They
Fireball
love
crap.
that shit.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
They
Anybody
do.
remember Jaeger
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
No, I
Yeah, well,
no.
and
Yeah.
Goldschlager?
I've got a block for
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
Rumpelmans.
yeah. That was Jesus juice for the longest time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I guess I understand that because with the stores down here, I mean, Fireball, all that kind of vodkas and this, that, and the other. I think these stores, that's where they really make their money. So, my local store that I go to, she has a shit ton of Fireball too, but she moves it because of the area where she's located.
Yep.
That's what people want. And
Love
it's like,
Love
It's a
students,
party
love
area.
kids.
right. So if
Yeah.
they tell her she's got to buy 30 cases, she'd call their bluff and be like, give me 50,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because she knows she can,
She can move it.
it'll be
Yeah.
gone in 2 weeks,
Mm.
which is crazy. But then again, she can get stuff like, Stags Junior. She'll get a Stag Senior. She'll have Heaven Hill by the case.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like weird. But in other places, maybe somewhere up there, like where Gino's at, it might take them a month to go through 2 cases of it.
No,
You know?
they
Well,
move
West
Fireball
Virginia
pretty
has it bad.
up here.
Really? Wow.
West Virginia's got it bad as far as allocations go.
I did see a
they-
Masters
They
keep
are rare.
at the Tridelphia Smoker Friendly Liquor Plus. Had a couple of Master
and
keeps on there.
and the sad
behind
thing
there.
about that, Chuck, is West Virginia, they have it very bad as far as the allocations go.
They do.
And I drive, 10, 15 minutes to the east,
Getting to Maryland.
getting to Maryland.
Yeah, well,
There
the
it
problem
is.
is you got, some of these distributors keep moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
And I think that's what pisses a lot of these, store owners off.
And in West Virginia, you've got a lot of these little places where, you get, I call them pop-up liquor stores, where they're inside convenience stores and this and that here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have like up in Pennsylvania, you've got the state store.
Mhm.
You've got that.
They're no bargain either, though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? You've got these little tiny stores here and there, and they're going to carry tons of Fireball because it
Yeah.
moves. The kids love it. They buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be an advantage for us here in Florida. They're about to open a Publix, I kid you not, less than a half a mile from my house. You can almost walk to it. And all the new Publix have liquor stores. The liquor's not inside the grocery store, but it's attached to
Like a side building.
It's a separate story.
And I can tell you, it's the one liquor store where the prices, they don't, move around too much, depending on whatever they get it for. But you can get like all the Uncle Nearest for like $45-$50.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Let me know about that. That's some of my favorite stuff there.
Yeah,
Cheapest,
absolutely.
cheapest I can get that. Cheapest I can get that for is £75, which is about $68.
Yeah, and the price don't move on it. And when they do get Blanton's, they don't even keep it behind the counter. They put it on the shelf, and it's $64. I mean, it never lasts more than an hour, but yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, but I remember us having a discussion about it in the group about all these things, and it's funny because this whole thing is becoming like its own animal. It really is.
DJ makes a very good point in the comment that he made.
Yeah, thank you, by the way, for getting to that.
I mean, yeah, the store staff, they know what's coming. They know what they've got behind the counter.
Yeah, be nice to them.
And
be
one
nice
other
to them
thing,
and buy something. That's
buy something.
Buy something.
Yeah,
that's not universal. You can go to a place and try to be personable and friendly and not really pushing for anything.
No,
like crappy.
But as soon as
you make that,
but buy it
I was literally about to say the same thing. I mean, don't just do it because you want to buy something. Just be nice to fucking people anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one other thing is about in regards to that comment. A lot of people today just seem to run the stores. They basically waste a tank of fuel just to run from stores because they bounce back and forth and then they leave.
And queue for the sake of queuing.
They walk into the store. Where's the Blantons? Do you have anything behind the counter? Okay, see you. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, that's not how it works. Just stick with certain stores. Stick with certain stores. Grow relationships.
Exactly that, DJ. Press the flesh.
And buy products there. Don't go running, wasting your gas.
Create relationships. Press the flesh, as DJ says. Do the groundwork. Get to know them.
Yeah, be genuine in those relationships. Don't just walk in and say, "Hey, buddy."
Genuine. There's the word. Yeah, definitely.
You'll get further by spending money in a certain store, growing relationships, and you may get somewhere. If you don't, you're just wasting gas.
We've always said this on this show anyway. We've said this for fucking years,
Yeah, it's networking.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a lot of people seem to have a problem.
I really hate that he couldn't join us on this call because he's got some good thoughts about it.
Yeah, it seems seems as though he does.
Yeah. Gene, I finally did find when I was down in, I went to the Party Source. It's in Covington, Kentucky, it's the guy who used to own or who currently owns New Riff.
Yeah,
and he had this freaking liquor store, dude. They had 800-900 different bourbons. Everything that was available in Kentucky, I swear he had it on the shelf.
Pardon me, sorry.
Sorry, Mel. But I did find.
Should we start calling you Shrek?
Yeah.
Get it out the in, I always say.
Get it out. Don't hold it in, bro. I did find the Uncle Nearest rye. So picked up one of those.
Can't hear you, Gino.
Also picked up a Stellum.
Nice.
Gino, we can't hear you.
I'm still yet to grab a Stellum. I've never seen one over here yet, but when I do, I am so fucking grabbing one on Chuck's recommendation. I'm gagging. I'm gagging for a Stellum. I really am.
Their ryes are very good too.
Yeah,
anything really. To be honest with you, dude, because you've just done nothing but sing their praises.
Oh, they're very good. Yeah.
Yeah, anything I can grab a hold of. That's a barrel product. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I like the barrel product anyway, but honestly, whenever I get a chance to grab a Stellum, I'm grabbing it.
Mm-hmm.
The first person I'm contacting when I've cracked the bottle open is a good girl.
Yeah, I think they're well worth the price point. I think they're one of the the best buys out there, along with Penelope and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Since you say that,
as soon as I grab a Stellum, I'm contacting your good stuff, sir.
Chuck, give us a couple of recommendations for the new year, some new stuff to try. Not new, but just some recommendations.
Oh, let's see. Recommendations. I'm going to say right now, I mean, it's still popping up here and there. But if you can get a hold of, and I mean, this is a baller bottle, but it's Wild Turkey Unforgiven, the new one.
That's a cool one. It's a cool ass name. I was about to say.
But that one it's an excellent product. I mean, very nice box, presentation wise, it's great. DJ just mentioned Milam and Green. That's just been released all over Maryland about a month ago on recommendations from the ASCOT.
Who's that from?
Milam and Green. I'm not sure who produces that or distills it, but I know the ASCOT. He recommends it highly. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, the Wild Turkey Unforgiven is a very, very good product. It's rye forward. I think I mentioned it on the last show, actually. And then
most of it's pretty decently priced.
I'm going to say
around 45. I've seen pictures of the Unforgiven. Nowhere near it. I've managed to get a hold of the bottle of the Father and Sons for Christmas, which is
good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
13-year-old. Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the Penelope Valencia is another one, but that's pretty much another one of those bottles that came and went. But as far as another product, I'm going to say 1792 12 year. That should be popping up right now. That should be popping up here and there. That and the sweet wheat.
Getting out.
Sweet.
I'm going to say that 1792 12 year over the sweet wheat, but that's just me.
Is that an MJP or?
No, it's Barton.
The Barton, right? Okay.
Yes. And then
Green, by the way, is a Texas distillery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I know that carries a connotation to people who know about flavor profiles and things like that. Having never tried it, I have no idea. I'm not opposed to Texas whiskey, but I know that can be a turnoff to certain people.
Yeah, it can be. As far as the other bottles out there, I'm going to say go with what Mal's drinking, the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond.
Yeah.
Don't shy away from that just because it's in the middle shelf or the bottom shelf.
It's a superb sip. It really is.
You don't need to, chasing all these bottles that everybody else is, because you may be disappointed once you open it. That's if you open it, unless you just want to look at it and dust it, and that's okay too. It's yours.
DJ, I've tried that Western Reserve. It's from up in the Cleveland area. It's okay. I've heard a lot of people praising on it. I didn't find it great, but it's not. I wouldn't not recommend it. It can be a little pricey, especially the organic one.
Interesting.
Quick question for you guys. You have to forgive my ignorance, but he says in the comment 100% organic. What does that mean exactly?
Organic grain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
No GMOs, none of that stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And Billy, to answer your question
I get very skeptical about that kind of thing, but go ahead. I don't want to go off on a rant.
Yeah, I was about to, David, so don't worry.
GMO, fucking bananas are GMOs. Like, who cares? Yeah. They're fine. Right? There's a connotation that it's been, altered in some kind of dangerous way.
They're all bad.
So something I've just recently, a bottle I've just recently finished, and I'm getting shot off was the New Riff Balboa, the Balboa rye.
Yeah.
Has anybody got any experience with that one?
Yep,
I've had it.
I did really enjoy that.
Oh.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
Chuck, did you ever get that winter their winter whiskey release this year?
I haven't opened it yet, but I have it.
Yeah,
it flew off the shelf.
I tried. No, I know.
But it always does when that stuff comes out like that.
Yeah. Now this was they use a 5% chocolate malt in their winter whiskey.
Ooh. Okay.
And I'll tell you, it is like
Oh yeah, you were telling us.
Gotcha,
Oh.
TJ.
it is like a dark chocolate bar
Oh, stop
in
it.
your bourbon. It was
Stop
freaking so delicious.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm getting a semi.
Yeah, DJ,
Stop.
I haven't cracked my smoke wagon
Wagon
rye.
rye.
I got to sit on the.
We need to start an OnlyFans.
Smoke
Yeah,
wagon
right.
rye.
We already got Jody
That's good
fans.
stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's good enough.
Stop.
No. Where is it?
There
Oh,
you
going to
go.
jodyfans.com. I seriously need to
Fuck
do that
Jody
at some
fans.
point. Need to make a
Fuck Jody
website.
fans.
Jody fans.
Jody fans are shit. It's tame compared to this shit.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like smoked meats and bourbon and midgets. Like
Midgets. Yeah.
Little people, come on.
Wee ones.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh man.
there we go.
Oh my god!
Someone had to
And
fuck
what-
up the show.
What are we talking about?
And-
Zombie, Jesus.
This is what I missed about being off for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I missed this with you guys for sure. It's good to get away, but it's good to be back.
Yes.
Oh man. So
Mm.
and listen, guys, whoever wants to order sauce, you guys need to get in contact with me before you order, because just for us, Chuck got to get the large bottles this time around.
I
Gino's
did. I
gotten
appreciate
them.
it very much.
And even I think Mel was actually the first one who got the larger bottles. So those are only going to be for us. And it's crazy because those bottles literally are only a couple of cents more, but
You can get.
I don't. It would be hard to make a price point on it to put it online for sale.
Yeah.
To have two different options. I tried to do the math on it, and it just doesn't work. It almost outpriced itself, you know. And one other thing, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but guys, when you're done with your Cafe 305 bottles, recycle them, please. They're made to be recycled because of the type
Always
of
do.
bottles that they are. They're
Always
not
do.
they're not the
Always.
OPEG bottles. They're the clear bottle.
I
So
take
they
mine
can
right
be
to the
recycled.
recycler.
Thank
Always
you,
do.
guys. I appreciate that.
In the house.
There you go.
Every time, dude.
So
Yeah, whenever I'm mixing up my own different sauces for this or for that, I've got different rubs and stuff that I'll mix up for different things. Yeah, they go into Cafe 305 bottles.
yeah, I appreciate that. I gotta as somebody who's putting product out like that, I have to take some responsibility, at least try to be a little bit helpful.
Yeah.
You know. So but yeah, those bottles are 100% recyclable. So
Awesome.
yeah, please guys, I appreciate it.
Well, we know that, dude. We know that.
Nice.
For sure.
Okay.
Good stuff. We are just about at an hour here. I feel like we're kind of at a good wrapping up point. I think it'd be fun to move into the after show. If people want to participate in the after show, you need to get in the VIP and find your way onto one of these calls. If we talk about shit that would get us fired and or arrested in the after show.
I have no idea what he's
If
talking
you know,
about.
if you've been watching this show and you know the shit that we say during the live show, that we're all worried about on a weekly basis, like it really just pales in comparison. So consider that a teaser.
Just for the record, I have no idea what Dave is talking about.
Well, I'll say this.
Can confirm or
One,
deny.
If I do something stupid, I'm not gonna fire myself, so I'm okay there.
Yeah,
but I
that's true.
can't get
That helps.
arrested because the wife can't bail me out. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I do not include myself in the federal laws of the United States, so fuck
There
you.
you go. I was here to commit all the crimes. He's like
Thank you,
McAfee over there.
DJ.
Yes,
Yes,
DJ,
DJ.
thank you for commenting. Sorry, the audio stuff wasn't working out for you. Hopefully we'll get you back on there next time.
DJ, all the very best to you and yours, and the Happy New Year, blah blah.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Happy New Year's to everybody. I know we're a few days in already, but just wanted to say it because we were out.
Yeah,
Much
it's
love to
okay.
all of our viewers, and
Yes.
to you, gentlemen.
Happy New Year,
Cheers.
guys.
Happy New Year, boys.
Happy New Year, guys.
All right,
All
guys.
the very best to you and yours.
There it is. There it is. We'll see you next time, guys.